seasons of this crap! Ah, for Christ's sake.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the VMX show. This is season 8, episode 2. Got a dilly of a show for you today. Got lots of news. I have a guest today, Axel, a guy from Sweden, came by to sing. Yes, you remember the last time somebody came by the VMX show and told me that they wanted to sing? I had that kid warble out One-Winged Angel. It was pretty funny. Sorry to that kid, but he embarrassed himself. He agreed to come on here and do that. But even knowing that, Axel came around and he decided to sing Stay Alive from Portal, which was interesting because he sang it in Swedish. You know, we also got to talking for a bit, so we'll get to that a little bit later. We got your questions and comments, we got the news, we got all that shit. So let's get to your questions and comments from last episode. Okay, let's start. Okay, now I've been saying this guy's name wrong. This is actually Axel. He's going to be on the show a little bit later. I've been calling him for the longest time Puffnis, and he hasn't bothered to correct me. Finally, I got corrected. His name is actually Puffnisse. So Puffnisse says, awesome, new NecroVMX show. It's actually just the VMX show. And he also posted again, he said, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time movie, who will play Ganondorf, Zelda, and Link if it was made now? I would not answer that, simply for the fact that I hope they would never make a movie out of that. Because, look, if they were ever to make a Zelda movie, here's the problem. Either you're going to do it like the games where Link really doesn't talk, and then that's going to be really stupid, or he's going to talk, and then fans are going to be like, oh, that's not how I imagined him. So, you know, really, they shouldn't ever really make a Zelda movie. I don't think that it could ever be done correctly, in my opinion. But that being said, if they ever were to actually do a Zelda movie, I hope that it would be an original story and not based specifically on any of the games. So let me move on here. Alex Shannon said, I just checked out the Wikipedia page for Watch Dogs and it says it's on everything, and the official website says it's also out on everything. Well, not everything. It's not coming to Vita or 3DS. What was the point of that? Alright, there's not really anything to do with anything. Let's move on here. Zambor Rai Degen said, how would you react if you never played Castlevania Lords of Shadows? I only have PC in-game. It's just been released on Steam. But you went to the trailer for the second game, and in the first few seconds you reveal that you'll play as Dracula. I don't know. I'd probably be like, wow, that's pretty cool. I don't know, man. That's a weird question. Let's move on. Slayer Darth said, great episode as always, Necro. I have a few questions for you. Oh, I gotta expand this one. There's 4 numbered questions. Number 1, you mentioned that you regarded GTA 5 as being a good game. This surprised me given that you haven't really been a big fan of the series. Have you played the game, and if so, what made you change your opinion about the series? I haven't changed my opinion about the series. When I say that it's a good game, I'm saying that it is a quality product. I'm not saying that I like it. So get that straight. Number 2, I have been wanting to ask this for a while, but how did you first meet Julie? Do you remember the first date? I've told this story a million times, but, well, I guess what's 1,000,001? We met on YouTube. I mean, she found one of my videos. I think it was part of the Simon's Quest playthrough. And she made a comment, and I responded to it, and then she responded to that, and then we were going back and forth and back and forth. And eventually what happened is we started talking on, like, MSN Instant Messenger, you know, back when that was, like, still a thing. And then we started talking on the phone, and it just kind of naturally progressed from there. We became friends, and then we became more than friends. So there's the story, again. Okay, so, oh, there goes the heater. Okay, number 3, I was looking at some of your old videos, and I believe I heard you mention that you held 2 jobs, one of them being at Kazareth Studios. If this is the case, do you hold another job other than your post as Vice President at Kazareth Studios? Congratulations on winning at math. Yes, 2 minus 1 is 1. Since I have 2 jobs, and one of them is at Kazareth Studios, the other must not be at Kazareth Studios. That is such a weird question. That's like, if you have... You mentioned that you have 2 bananas, and if you ate one of them bananas, does that mean you still has 1 bananas? Sorry for making fun of you, but that is just weird. Alright, number 4, what is your favorite brand of rumor for exactly toilet, satirical, etc.? I would say satirical. That's what makes me laugh. As a matter of fact, I was just watching this video yesterday on YouTube. You gotta look this up. It's called The Gangster Party Line. And it's like, it's a satire. What they're doing is they're spoofing one of those like late night commercials for like you know those sex chat lines, you know, like, oh, call me now, sexy, except it was like gangster talk. It's like, we be talking shit about you, call now, start some shit. It was really fucking funny. You gotta check that out. I was laughing my ass off at that. I actually wound up calling the number. And I left a voicemail, so hopefully that'll show up on their website one day. Alright, let's move on. Tuma says, 2 questions, Necro. How'd you come up with your name? I believe you said you already explained, but I'm not looking through 3,000-something videos. Well, I'm not explaining it again. And second, how the fuck do you have such a small amount of subscribers? I don't have a small amount of... See, it's weird. Like, I guess, like, because you look at somebody like PewDiePie who has millions, and then you look at somebody like me who has, 16,502 right now. You think, oh, that's a small amount. But really, for the kind of channel that I have a lot. You know, I'm not a gimmicky guy like PewDiePie where I would do this gimmick that would, you know... I don't know. I really don't think I have very few, you know. I have a good amount. I never complain about not having enough subscribers because I'm grateful for the ones I have. So, you know, really, like, when people say, oh my god, you should have more, that's very flattering, that's very nice, but I'm not someone who goes around worrying about that, you know. You know what, honestly, if it was still like 500, I'd still be doing the same thing. I mean, it's really not a big deal to me. I hope I'm saying this right. Shivas7 Jr. says, I agree completely about Brian Griffin. It pisses me off that people were complaining about how the show has been getting stale or it's the same thing every time, and when they change one thing, everyone is on a rampage and wants to go back to how it was. Also, Brian is the biggest douche ever. Well, I agree with you there, obviously. But, you know, I actually kind of got sidetracked last week, and I didn't get to really make my point about that. Was that everybody went ballistic when Brian Griffin died. And then when they brought him back, it was like no one cared, you know. It was like you didn't see it, you know. I mean, if you were on Facebook around the time that episode aired when Brian died, it was like it was like everybody's dog died. You know what I mean? That's what it was like. It was like everybody was like putting up memorials. And they were all sad, they were crying, they were getting upset, they were going to boycott the show. And then like 2 weeks later, well, it wasn't 2 weeks, it was 2 episodes later, but there was like a little hiatus of like 2 or 3 weeks. But it was like a month later, they brought him back, and you didn't see anything about it. You know, you didn't see, oh, thank you for bringing Brian back or anything like that. You didn't see anything about it. Nobody cared. So, moving on. The Ham 2011 says, what's your I'm not reading that. Alright. Somebody already answered him anyway. Even though I tell people not to answer things, that was a good situation there. Alright, move on. Grovic, by the way, don't post anything on the video that you're not wanting me to, like, actually read on the show. If it's just, like, a question that you just want me to, you know, like, not read on the show, you really want to, like, PM me that. Grovic says, this is the first VMX show that I hear. Pretty interesting, thanks. Oh, well, thank you. Let's see, Slayer Darth, continued! Oh, he has more questions. Numbers 5 through 9. Wow. Number 5. What is the weirdest film you've ever had the privilege to watch? That would probably be the movie that was called Being John Malkovich. I thought it was pretty good, actually, but it was so fucking weird. Like, I really can't explain it. It's like, this guy who's a puppeteer, and his wife is like this crazy pet lady, and he gets a job working in an office, and he finds like a magical portal in his office that if he goes through it, he can possess the body of John Malkovich for about 15 minutes, and then it spits him out like on the New Jersey freeway or something. It's really weird. And then it turns out that it's all this like satanic plot, and oh my god, it's you gotta see it to believe it. Number 6, who is your favorite Bond actor? For me, it's Timothy Dalton, because I strongly believe that his portrayal of the character was the closest to Ian Fleming's vision. I agree with you for the most part, although I think he's been eclipsed by Daniel Craig, because I can't think of anybody but Daniel Craig as Bond right now. But my second favorite would be Timothy Dalton. Number 7. What is your favorite foreign language film? For me, since most of my favorite foreign films are French, it would either be Les Samurai, a film you should consider doing a review on, or Jean de Florette. Oh, man. Off the top of my head, nothing's really coming to mind here. Foreign language films. You know, there was a Japanese movie that I saw that I really liked. It was a coworker of mine way back in the day that was like, you got to see this. And it was like... But honestly, I don't remember what the name of it was, so I can't really answer that. Sorry. Number 8, what is your favorite book-to-film adaptation? For me, it's To Kill a Mockingbird. Well, that's an easy one. That would be The Shawshank Redemption. Number 9, I believe that the last Blockbuster stores in the United States are closing down or have closed down. Did you ever use video rental stores when you were younger? And if so, what were your memories of video rental stores? Absolutely. Well, I mean, we used to rent video games. You know, like NES games and Super NES games and things like that. And of course, there were movie rentals all the time. You know, there was a video rental store, not like a big one like a Blockbuster or whatever, but one of those local ones right around the corner from my house in Brooklyn. And I used to go there all the time. They had Street Fighter 2, you know. That's why I went there all the time. But they also had, you know, great movies and everything. And like the video store was like really a part of our culture back then. And you know, I could be like kind of like, oh, it's sad about, you know, like that's officially a thing of the past. It's been a thing of the past for a while. But it's just so much more convenient now with like Netflix and everything. It's so much better that you know, it's sad about the brick and mortar stores, you know, all these people like losing their jobs, going out of business and whatnot. But the reality is that it's getting better. You know, things are getting more awesome, you know. Like, I mean, you know, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, this is great. You go to this store and you pay like $3 and you get to watch this movie as many times as you want, and, you know, and you bring it back in a few days, you know. And I'll say, oh, yeah, well, check this out. You know, and I'd like whip out my PlayStation Vita and be like, I could, like, you know, just watch any movie and just like it just streams directly through here, and, you know, I don't know, like I think my fragile like 12-year-old brain would have exploded. All right, moving on. Tim Fife says, hey NecroVMX, glad the show is back. Let's rock it. My question is, if the world was reset to the same state it was 5,000 years ago, do you think by the time the alternate world got to our time point, would it look much the same, or would it be quite different? Now that is an interesting question. That is really weird. But I think that it would have to be really different because of basically the chaos theory. I think that you know, the chances of every single thing would have to happen exactly the same way. And there's so much chaos in the universe, and chaos increases as entropy increases. And I'm getting really weird and philosophical here, but I think it would be a statistical anomaly if it was the same. I think it would be really different. I think that like a lot of things would be the same, like because you're only going back 5,000 years, so you know, 5,000 years ago there were still people, there were still, you know, it's not like you're going back and you're like changing like evolution, and, you know, but cultures would have changed, I think, you know. I think that a lot of the major things would be the same, but I think so many minor things would be different that it would just be unrecognizable. Okay, Ladon James says, do you like The Sims? No. Will you ever do a video of you with Julie? I've done a couple of videos that she guested on. She is so busy now, and I am so busy now. You know, I work 2 jobs, and she has a job as well as she goes to school too, and because she's decided to go back to school and get a degree, and that's great, you know, for her. But she's so busy, and I'm so busy that we don't get to spend a whole hell of a lot of time together. So when we do spend time together, we're not like, oh, let's do a video, you know. But you know, I actually really wanted to do a video with her just recently, and she really wanted to do a video. We were going to do something. It was actually on around Thanksgiving, and then she got stuck at work, and it didn't happen. So there you go. How old are you now? He asks me. That's on my channel. I'm 33, and I love all your shit. Well, I hope you don't mean that literally. Like you love my shit? Like you have my shit? Oh, that's where it goes. No, I joke. Thanks. Okay, moving on here. Mega Gray. As I haven't even been following Family Guy when Brian was killed, as much as I love Family Guy, I just didn't get all that worked up about it. Yeah, I thought it was funny. I mean, honestly, they tried to make it all dramatic and everything and sad, But I mean, the first thing that happens is the squirrel kicking him and go, "That guy sucks." I mean, they pulled a joke right after he got hit by the car. So, okay, the Game Rage one says, "Hey Necro, how you been? I've been good. You sound like you got a cold. Try to stay warm up there." No, and I still sound like that. I don't have a cold, and I didn't have a cold last week, but I suffer from some allergy problems, and it usually happens really badly when I first wake up, and I do record these right after I wake up. So that's why I'm like, I got a little sniffles going on. It clears up in a couple of hours, but there you have it. I don't have a whole hell of a lot of time to do this stuff, so I do it when I can. And I try to pause the recording when I have like I have a sniffle or whatever, like I did just there, but it doesn't always work, you know. All right, moving on. Oh, he has more. He has more. Oh, see, I gotta pause the recording right now because I'm about to sneeze. Oh, I didn't make it to the button. Oh, your mother. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sick, just allergies. Not that big of a deal. It's terrible that I got to go through this every day, but like I said, after like 2 or 3 hours, it clears up. All right. Anyway, since I overheard you guys talking about Doom 4, I was wondering, what do you predict Doom 4 to be like gameplay-wise, and will you play it when it comes out? I'll play it, definitely, because I'm such a big fan. As to predicting what it'll be like, I have no idea, especially since, from what I understand, they've scrapped everything again, and this is like the 3rd time that they've scrapped everything. And I think we're really looking at like a Duke Nukem Forever situation here, where it's going to take a really long time to come out, if it comes out at all. Alright. I don't even know what Tuma means. He says, "Lol, second to fail moment." I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Alright. Shiba7 Jr. again says, "Have you played the new Killer Instinct? If you have, what do you..." You know, I'm so sick. And I've said this a million times. I'm so sick of, "Have you played this? If so, what's your opinion? Have you seen this? If so, what's your opinion?" Come up with something original. I haven't played Killer. I don't have Xbox One. And nor do I plan on ever getting Xbox One. CPU Man 05 says, "Great to have the show back. I missed it quite a bit. So those awards. That is some stupid shit right there. Think this was all done by morons, or was it first place in all the categories perhaps auctioned off to studios?" No, I think they're just morons. I think your first guess was the correct one. I think that, you know, that's just the problem with, you know, they should have had people vote on all the categories. Put it to the people who played the games, you know, and that would have been correct. Okay, J.E. Smith says, "Hey Necro, speaking of Family Guy stunts, what do you make of the upcoming crossover with The Simpsons? To me, I find it odd that Matt Groening let just the Family Guy writers handle the script, though he did leave some notes on it, and that he was really receptive to the idea of it. Considering that Matt tried to stop the Critic crossover from airing back in the day, it's weird that he seems okay with this one, and since the crossover is going to be the Family Guy season premiere, it essentially means The Simpsons will be helping their ratings, which defies logic." No, it doesn't, because... Well, I don't even get into the ratings, really, to be honest. I don't care about it. I mean, I'm a big Simpsons fan. The Family Guy, you know, it's like a show that is funny once in a while, but I'm not really a fan of it. As for, you know, Matt Groening, my understanding is that Matt Groening and Seth MacFarlane are friends, and despite the fact that there is a lot of tension between the writing teams between the two shows, MacFarlane and Groening are friends, and I know that there was a lot of tension between them when they did the whole, you know, Marge getting raped by Quagmire and then he kills, like, the whole family. I mean, that was just retarded, and I think that there's been some apologies there. I don't know. I'll probably watch it just because it has The Simpsons in it, but, you know, Family Guy's ripped off The Simpsons and referenced The Simpsons and paid tribute to The Simpsons so many times, you might as well do it. Jazzmaster909 says, "Thank you so much for having me as a guest, Necro, and yeah, the VGA was really fucked up this year." They say this year like it's ever good. It's every year it's fucked up. Jeremy Fool says, "Almost Pride feels like something that might offend you had you not been a fan of something slash some..." What are you talking about? Although I'm not really sure why that made me want to comment. Alright, I'm just going to continue on. I have no idea what this guy's talking about. The Mogul Master says, "Have you ever been to a rock festival? I wanted to go to one. Also, what is your favorite Doom mod?" I've been doing... well, I don't know. I have so many... Like, Doom... Probably Hell Revealed. As for rock festivals, yeah, I've been to a number of them. Like Gigantor and whatnot. So that's always really fun. He also says that he's a douche because he listens to techno. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, finally, S-Serpent21 says, Studio of the Year doesn't make the Aim of the Year. Reminds me of when Best Director didn't make Best Picture at the Academy Awards. Weird. Dear Necro, do you find... Oh, dear Necro, it's so creepy. Do you find the more rundown-looking Chinese buffets have better-tasting foods than the fancier-looking, higher-priced ones? No, it's the opposite. Because the thing about... Okay, I'm not a fan of the Chinese buffets. There's just this one here that I like. But for the most part, I don't like them at all. I'd rather get real Chinese food. But the buffets, I find... The biggest problem with the Chinese food buffets... Well, there's two problems. One is that the freshness, the food, a lot of times it's been sitting out and it's not fresh. And the other is that I find those places to be dirty. So if it looks better, I'm probably going to be more receptive to it because I'm probably not going to be thinking of it as dirty, but if it looks run down and kind of dirty. Now, some restaurants that are really kind of run down, looks like holes in the walls, like this Portuguese restaurant not too far from me that you would never even look at it, you know. It looks like a shack, but it's this amazing restaurant. You go inside and it's nice and the food is great. So, but for Chinese buffets, it's the opposite, really. All right. And he says, thanks for the show and fuck Brian Griffin. Yeah, fuck him anyway. Fucking liberal douche. All right, so before we get to the news, let's have Axel. Let's play that clip. This is Axel. He came in. He sang for us, and I played a Zombie Sneak Attack fan. He's such a big fan of Zombie Sneak Attack that he's thinking of getting a tattoo, which I think he's out of his fucking mind. But let's go to the interview. All right, so we got Axel here, who did not learn the lesson that everybody else learns. We had a guy come on last season, and he sang, and it was really, really ridiculous. And Axel here wants to sing. So, Axel, tell me here what you're going to sing.
Yeah, I'm going to sing Still Alive from the game Portal 1. But with a little twist. It's going to be in Swedish.
So, we're going to... How could I resist that? How
I don't know.
Possibly resist that? So, the Swedish version of Still Alive from Portal. Now, can you actually sing?
Yeah, I think so, and my friends kind of think so, so yeah.
Alright, well, I'll tell you. You know, I'll give you the whole...
Yeah.
the Simon Cowell treatment if you want. Alright, whenever you're... Okay, so, Still Alive, that song from Portal. I mean, are you going to do it in like a robot voice, or...
No, just my regular voice.
Alright, let's...
Maybe a kind of robot, but we will see.
Alright, let's hear it.
Yeah. Jag blev en triumf. Jag gör en notering, stor succé.
Oh man.
Nöjdhet kan nu knappast överskattas. Aperture Science. Vi gör vad vi ska för att vi kan. Bättrar mänsklig omgivning för de som de förrådet. För man kan ej gråta för all mjölk som spills ut. Men kanske endast tårta när du når provets slut. Överraskningen utförs så att fina vapen görs till människor som lever än.
Is that it?
No, jag är inte ledsen. Jag är helt uppriktig just nu.
Good lord.
Först att du har satt hjärtat mitt och dräpt mig. Och slitit mig sönder. Och slängt mina delar i en eld. När det brann var smärtan mest av lycka för din skull. Varje rad av data med en klingande ton. Vi var aldrig lata, här är vår slutstation. Vad hjärtat där brann, tänk på allting som vi vann. Och till människor som lever än. Nathan.
Okay.
Det var Nathan. Lämnar vi bara. Nu har det faktiskt bättre här. Kanske kan du lyssna på någon annan. kanske Black Mesa. Det var ett skämt, haha, fet chans. Din. Hur som helst är tårtan god. Den är så saftig och fin. Men för mig, jag pratar fast det finns forskning kvar. När jag ser dig, tur att jag i dina skor har. Jag har mycket forskning kvar. Det som ska göra glad. Både människor som lever än. Jag är säker på att jag lever än. Jag forskar vidare och lever än. Jag mår otroligt bra och lever än. Du kommer lida men jag lever än. Till slut så dör du men jag lever än. Lever än. Lever än. Done.
Wow, okay, so... So my question for you is, what is wrong with you?
What? Why? What?
What was that?
It was Swedish.
It sounded evil.
Did I sing good or bad?
Like you're telling me that you're singing Still Alive, but for all I know, you're singing how you want to kill everybody. Because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. And wow. That was something else, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you never heard Swedish, right?
I've heard Swedish. I actually listen to a lot of I listen to a lot of Scandinavian metal, but usually they're you know like that.
Yeah.
But that was I is that what Swedish pop music sounds like?
No, it's really bad.
Well, yeah.
Not like Justin Bieber bad, but bad.
Yeah. I thought that's Bieber!
Yeah, it was just an example.
Oh my god. Alright, so that wasn't as embarrassing as the guy who came...
The Final Fantasy song.
Yeah, he did One Winged Angel. That guy couldn't sing at all. I just kind of felt like you weren't like whispering the whole time.
Oh, sorry. My microphone is kind of bad. I'm doing it via my laptop because my microphone didn't work.
Yeah, there is a bit of a quality issue with your audio.
Yeah, sorry for that.
Can't do anything about that.
No, sorry.
So I'm guessing you're a big Portal fan?
Yeah, I have beaten Portal 9 times.
Oh, wow, okay.
My record is 47 minutes.
Now, how did you get it to be in Swedish? Is it, like, do you have, like, the Swedish version of the game or something?
Yeah, on YouTube it exists.
Oh, wow, okay. Because I was, like, wondering if in different countries the song is in different languages.
No, it's English.
Oh, wow.
On YouTube it exists Japanese, Swedish, everything.
I want to hear it in, like, Sanskrit.
In what?
In Sanskrit.
Sure.
That would be really funny.
Yeah.
Or, like, get, like, a really angry German guy to do it. Like, get, like, Hansi Kirsch from Blind Guardian, he'd be like, you know.
Yeah.
That would be, I'm still alive, fuckers! That would be great. He could do it in English. It doesn't matter what language, as long as you get Hansi Kirsch to do it.
Yeah, I don't know where that is, but it sounds fun.
That would... I'm down with that, man. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I have also a request per game.
Well, you gotta leave that on the channel, or so I have it in my email, because that's how
yeah.
You could tell me what it is now.
Yeah. It's just like it's on Cool-ROM, and it's for like Super Nintendo.
What's it called?
It's like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, I've already done that.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Me and Julie were in that video. That's a sprite hack of Gonzalez.
Yeah, but it's still weird.
Yeah, well, it's very weird. I mean, they put Mario in a cage, and it's a shitty game. No, if anybody wants to see the shitty pirate Sonic game on Super NES, I have already done a video of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and my girlfriend was in that video with me. We were messing.
Oh, nice.
So we did 2 videos in a row. We did that, and then there was that Mario game for Sega Genesis, which was like a sprite hack of Rescue Rangers.
Nice.
So, wow, we did Mario on Genesis. Might as well do Sonic on Super NES. Why not?
Yeah, no, I also have a YouTube channel. I do comment a lot on your videos, and I send a lot of lists.
Well, that reminds me, since you're here, why don't you tell us what your YouTube channel is?
You pronounce it like Puffness or something.
Oh, you're... Okay, I say Puffness?
Yeah, Puffness, yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize you were Puff.
But it's...
Alright.
Yeah, but it's wrong. It's wrong.
Well, why don't you tell me how to say it so I'm not embarrassing myself saying it wrong?
Oh, yes, I'm wrong for so many months.
I know! I know. Okay, how do you say it?
In Swedish we say Puffnisse, but you can say whatever you want.
Puffnisse?
Yeah, but...
Right. So, alright, as long as I remember that, I'll say Puffnisse.
It sounds so weird.
Not Puffnisse.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay.
Puffnisse is fine. What does that mean?
I have no fucking idea, man.
You don't even know what it is.
No.
So
it's like
this random Swedish word. It could mean total dork for all you know.
No. Puff is like when you push something, and Nisse is like Santa's little helper.
All right.
Or like elf. Don't ask. I don't know.
It's your name.
Yeah, it's my name. I was bored.
According to this, it's Puff Brownie. It says Nisse in Swedish is brownie.
No, it isn't at all.
That's what Google thinks it is.
Yeah,
I like brownies are delicious.
Yeah.
Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Brownies are delicious. So if you're gonna be Puff Brownie, that's fine.
Yeah, but I was gonna, if I made my YouTube channel a little sooner, I was gonna make my channel Dr. Barrel.
Oh, okay. As long as you're not Puff Brony.
Yeah.
That would be terrible.
Sorry, but I'm a brony, but yeah. But I don't write comments and stuff.
What's the appeal? Tell me what's the appeal for adult guys to watch that show?
I have no fucking idea.
Well, but you're in it. You're part of that. So
no, I know. I know. I was just starting to watch one episode, and then I watch another, then I watch another, then I watch another, then I watch another.
What is it that you like?
I have no fucking idea, man.
Oh man.
I have no idea.
See, now I'm starting to think that there's some sort of brainwashing, like there's some message in the show that is getting
like the South Park Pokemon episode.
Well, that was a seizure thing, but
yeah, but whatever.
Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of The Simpsons. Yeah, Pokemon. You know, but I try to figure out because I've seen the My Little Pony show, and I'm just like, I looked at it, and I'm like, this is for little girls.
I know,
but it didn't draw me in.
Yeah, but
so what is it that it draws certain guys in, but
I have no idea.
Maybe I'm the chosen one.
Yeah.
I'm immune to the plague.
Yeah. You're like, yeah.
Although, you know what? I know how that didn't really work out in The Last of Us.
Huh.
So maybe I don't want to be the chosen one.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to say I love you to my lovely girlfriend, Autumn Akram.
Okay. And does she have a YouTube channel, or?
Yeah, it's Paraperception, I think.
Oh my, you're gonna have to like type that out for me. I have no idea what you just said.
Wait.
It sounded like you said power up inception or parrot inception. I need to go deeper.
Wait, what is their name anyway? I forget.
Oh my god. See, you saw I have to say hi to my beautiful girlfriend whose name I don't know. Say goodbye to sex for a while.
Yeah, but it's only her YouTube channel.
Still.
So.
Paraperception.
Yeah, that one.
That seems familiar to me.
What?
I just must have seen it along one, maybe saw a comment or something, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta look this up now.
Yeah, she doesn't make good videos.
Well, I love you go right there and there's like a unicorn fighting a dragon.
Yeah, she's a nerd too.
That's very metal.
Yeah, I know. She only listen to classical music, but yeah.
Well, you know, Bach was
Yeah.
pretty metal.
Yeah, and she listened to metal too.
There you go.
Yeah.
She's Swedish, right?
No, she's from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Wow.
Las Vegas, baby.
How the hell does the guy from Sweden get with the girl from Las Vegas?
It's called Weird Al Yankovic.
Damn straight.
I can tell you the story if you want.
Actually, you got a bit of time, so why don't you?
Yeah. Like she made a comment on the Weird Al Yankovic's White and Nerdy parody of Rolling Dirty.
Okay.
And she wrote like, I'm a big, like, for like derpy reason, I'm a big nerd and I play tuba and I don't know.
I think she's a bigger nerd than you, just looking at her channel.
Yeah, she is. And then I wrote her a message. Can you teach me how to play Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah, she plays Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
And then I added her on Skype, and then I got a fight with my ex-girlfriend, and then I write it to her, and then we like chatted and stuff.
Okay.
And then she saved me from suicide.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Although if you want to not kill yourself, I would recommend you don't read any of the comments on this video that might be about your singing.
Yeah, I recommend that too. Yeah, it's really funny.
Well, people were really mean to the last guy, but then again, he was way worse.
Yeah.
It was terrible. That was just pathetic.
Yeah.
Wow. Anything else you wanted to say? You want to plug your channel?
Don't look at my channel.
Oh, now
Please.
I have to. Now I have to.
Uh,
Let's see.
Yeah.
Poof Nisse. Alright, what am I looking at? Why is there a bunch of My Little Pony stuff on here? Oh, it's just you, just doing vlogs.
yeah, I don't have a good recording program and don't have a good computer.
What's with that hat?
Cowboy hat.
I have never seen a Swedish man in a cowboy hat before.
I think it's cool.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I did a kind of Let's Play of Final Fantasy 3.
I see that. No, that's Final Fantasy 1.
Oh, sorry. I did.
You only did 2 parts of it.
Yeah, because I forget how to save.
You forgot how to save?
Yeah.
You go to the inn.
Oh, thanks.
I just want to say your black belt is named Assy.
Yeah, thanks to you.
He's got a fighter named Lodo.
Yeah, thanks to you too.
A thief named Fuck.
Yeah, thanks to AVG.
A black belt named Assy, and a black mage called Shit.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Everyone thanks to you except Fuck, whose name after a character from a scene from AVGM.
Yeah. Fuck is just a common word. It's not like...
Yeah, that too. Yeah, but I did...
I love AVGN too, but it's not like he invented the word.
No, I know, but like I did remember that name from that show, so yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, and Lodo, thanks to you.
Well, Lodo's from Dragon Quest.
Oh, okay, I told you, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, that's a Dragon Quest thing.
Yeah, and my past name on Skype was Dark Lord, and that was not thanks to your game or Dragon Quest.
I didn't think it was, because I actually was telling Tanya, I said, there's a guy on Skype whose name is Dark Lord, and she's like, like Chronicles of Dark Lord? I'm like, I really doubt it.
Yeah, I would like to get your game, but I don't know why I haven't.
Yeah, it's cheap enough.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't. Put it on Steam and I might buy it.
Well,
if you can.
Steam, it's very difficult to get on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but
you can get it on Amazon. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will buy it.
It's only $5 on Amazon.
Yeah, I will buy it, and I will maybe Let's Play on its channel.
Oh, I would love to see that. Every time somebody does a Let's Play, I always subscribe, watch the whole thing.
Nice. I mean, nice.
Well, there was one guy I subscribed. I didn't watch the whole thing because he was way irritating.
There's like annoying voice or something.
No, he was just one of those guys who doesn't read any of the dialogue. He just skips past everything. And then wanders around like, what do? I don't know where to go next. And it's like,
God,
look, Dick, if you would listen to the fucking, like, king or whatever, then you would know where to go.
Yeah, I hate those guys. My friend is like, he's like, play Pokemon, pursue him if you want, I don't care. And he doesn't read at all. And well, read for fuck's sake.
Oh, that's irritating.
Yeah, I know.
That is irritating.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've done this long enough. So thanks for coming on the show and
yeah, thanks for making your show.
Singing "Still." How do you say "still alive" in Swedish?
Lever en.
Lever en?
Well, lever.
Yeah, can you type it for me?
Nej, fail.
On.
Se.
Oh, an. Lever on.
Lever och en.
Lever an.
En.
Alright. An. Ah! Can I do a death metal style?
And by the way, your band is great.
Oh, zombie sneak attack.
Yeah.
They're terrible. What are you talking about? We're awful.
I listen to them.
Well, we're doing it as a joke.
Oh, okay. But I like them.
Purposefully making the worst music ever.
And I like them.
Oh, that's terrible. Wait, you want to hear our new one? It's called Pussy 2 Bomb.
Yeah, sure, but maybe later.
I'll send it to you now.
Yeah, thanks. And you should play... I know I have, like, nagging you on this, but you should play a game called Bryta Legend.
I have it, don't have time for it.
Yeah, I have...
Yeah, I'm gonna play this on the show. This is the new zombie sneak attack single, Pussy 2 Bomb, and then after that, we'll let Dork Lord Axel here go.
Yeah.
Now you see what I mean when I say we're the worst band ever?
No, that was pure badassery.
Well, I'm glad you like it, Yeah. Alright, well...
Yeah, got fun.
Thanks for Pussy 2 Bomb. Glad you came on the show.
Yeah, you have at least had one fan of your zombie sneak attack.
We got more than one. That's kind of the sad part.
What?
Yeah, awesome. we got a bunch of fans, but... Alright, I gotta let you go.
Yeah, well, rock on.
Yeah, stay metal. We'll see you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to the news. The first thing to talk about is the big Steam machines. Now, I meant to actually talk a little bit about this last week. I wanted to talk about Steam machines and how I think this is going to revolutionize the gaming industry. And but now, I mean, I really don't have enough time to really go into my whole Steam machines thing. But this is Valve's console. Now, the thing is, there's going to be a bunch of different Steam machines. Different manufacturers are getting in on making them. So basically, any PC manufacturer can make a Steam machine. Now, what is a Steam machine? It's basically a PC, a gaming PC, but it's made to be like a console. You don't have a monitor and all that shit. You hook it up to your television. You can use a controller. It could be the Steam controller that's going to come with it, or it could be the Xbox 360 or Xbox One controller. Any USB controller. You can think of PC controllers, PlayStation controllers, anything you want to use, keyboard, mouse. And it's basically going to bring the the PC gaming experience, which I think is the best gaming experience, to the console gaming experience, which is the most convenient experience. Because you'll be getting to play PC games in your living room with a controller, laying on your bed or whatever. And I think it's going to be really awesome. What are the launch games? How about every single Steam game? That's right, you use the Steam OS and the Steam library. It's all digital. And all the games that you own on Steam will already be on your account. So you'll probably own a bunch of games. But 13 Steam machines were debuted at the CES show. I have basically the specs for most of them. So let's go through this really quick. Alternate is making a Steam machine for $1,339. This is one of the higher end things. There's a big range of prices. The more powerful ones, obviously, are more money, and then there are cheaper ones. And here's the great thing about upgrading. There's no more console generations with this kind of thing. Your Steam machine starts getting old, can't play the newer games, sell it, trade it in, whatever, get a new one. All your old games are still there, and they'll run even better. You know, so it's like there's no backwards compatibility issues. But the alternate one for $1,339 is coming with a CPU Intel Core i5-4570. The graphics are Gigabyte GTX 760, 16 gigs of RAM, and a terabyte hard drive. The CyberPower PC Steam machine is $500, although apparently it says $499 and up, which means there might be a range of ones. There might be more than one that they're coming out with. But they will have an AMD Intel Core i5 CPU, an AMD Radeon R9 270, or NVIDIA GTX 760 cards, 8 gigs of RAM, 500 gigs of space. The Digital Storm Bolt 2 is one of the more expensive ones. For $2,584, you can get an Intel Core i7 4770K, a GTX 780 Ti GPU, 16 gigs of RAM, and a terabyte of hard drive, plus 120 gigabytes of SSD. Gigabyte Bricks Pro is coming out with a Steam machine. Price to be determined. It will have an Intel Core i7 4770R CPU. The graphics card is an Intel Iris Pro 5200. There will be 8 gigs of RAM, and it will have a terabyte SATA and 6 gigabyte SATA hard drives. So Falcon Northwest is like the premier one. That's like, this is like the really, like, if you want to really throw a lot of money at it, they're completely customizable. These will start at $1,799 up to $6,000 for like the really insane ones. The CPU will be customizable. This will have the GeForce GTX Titan, the best graphics card out there. You could even get dual Titans on this one. That's probably the $6,000 model. RAM anywhere from 8 to 16 gigabytes, and storage up to 6 terabytes. So that's the one for the rich people. Here's a more reasonably priced one. iBuyPower will be making one for $500 with a quad-core AMD or Intel CPU. Graphics will be a Radeon GCN graphics card, 8 gigs of RAM, 500 gigs of space. Material.net will be making one for around $1,100. The CPU will be an Intel Core i5-4440. The graphics will be an MSI GeForce GTX 760 OC, 8 gigs of RAM, and 8 gigs of space, plus a terabyte of SSHD. Next, SPA will be making a Steam machine. Price to be determined. It will have an Intel Core CPU, an NVIDIA GT 760 card, 8 gigs of RAM, and a terabyte of storage. Origin PC Chronos will be making one. Price to be determined. It will be an Intel Core i7 4770K running at anywhere from 3.9 to 4.6 gigahertz CPU, and there will be 2 6 gigabyte NVIDIA GeForce GTX Titans. That's going to be insanely expensive. Scan NC10 will be making one for a little over $1,000. The CPU will be an Intel Core i3 4000M. There will be an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 765M graphics card, 8 gigs of RAM, 500 gigs of storage. By the way, these will all have the Steam operating system on them, which is a Linux-based operating system, but you will have the option of installing Windows if you wish. So you could basically make these your next PCs that just happen to run on your television. WebHolland will be coming out with one for about $1,500, with the CPU being an Intel Core i7. The graphics will be an NVIDIA GT 780, 16 gigs of RAM, and a terabyte hard drive. So that sounds really cool. Zotac is going to have one for about $600. The CPU will be a to be determined, but it will be Intel. The graphics will be an NVIDIA GeForce GTX, not knowing exactly which one, and we're not sure about the RAM and storage. Also, Alienware will be making a Steam machines, but we don't have any specs on that just as of yet. It sounds really exciting, and yes, it is more expensive than the consoles, but consider, like I said, all the games. And like I said, all you have to do, when yours gets old, you get a new one, you install it, you log into your Steam account, all your games are there. I think that's really awesome. I think it's going to make, eventually, not right away, but I think in about 5 or 10 years, consoles are going to become redundant because of this. Gaming PCs are going to become redundant because of this. I think this is really a big thing. So, Gabe Newell revealed all this at CES. He says he's not worried about the new consoles such as the Xbox One. He already has a huge install base of 65 million people who have Steam. So there you go. Okay, now let's see. I want to talk very briefly, because I am pressed for time right now, about the Battlefield 4 lawsuit. This is silly. Okay, so this is from a San Diego law firm called Robbins, Geller, Rudman, and Dowd LLP. They are suing Electronic Arts for misleading claims about Battlefield 4. Now, there's a lot of technicalities to it, but basically they're saying that the game sucks way worse than EA was claiming it was going to. Like, they're saying, oh, there's all these bugs. EA knew there was going to be bugs. They didn't make it known to the public that there was going to be bugs. And obviously, that's called marketing. But I just wanted to read this to you. This is what it says. Battlefield 4 was riddled with bugs and multiple other problems, including downloadable content that allowed players access to more levels of the game, a myriad of connectivity issues, server limitations, lost data, and repeated sudden crashes, among other things. As a result, Electronic Arts would not achieve the successful holiday season 2013 rollout of Battlefield 4. The performance of the Electronic Arts unit publishing Battlefield 4 was so deficient that all other projects that unit was involved in had to be put on hold to permit it to focus its efforts on fixing Battlefield 4, and as a result, Electronic Arts was not on track to achieve the financial results it had told the market it was on track to achieve during the class period. So this is a class action lawsuit. I guess people can get in on this. I think it's retarded. I think, games like this are going to have bugs. They're going to get patched out. It's not that big of a deal. Shut the fuck up. That's my response to that. But I wanted to talk very briefly about that. Okay, Super Smash Brothers for Wii U and Super Smash Brothers for 3DS. They've been teasing this for a long time. King DDD, by the way, was just confirmed. But we have a possible release window. Nintendo Germany apparently said that it's coming next spring. So, there you go. There you go. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Nintendo's been very cheeky about this. They've said, oh, it's coming out before 2018. They're joking. But it may be coming out this spring. So there's that. Speaking of Smash Brothers, apparently the Wii U and the 3DS versions will be slightly different in one aspect. They'll be identical in many aspects. We know there'll be slightly different stages, but one aspect that they will be different is the trophies will be different. So there's another reason to get both versions. Now, here's a sad day for anybody who is a fan of the MLB 2K series. It is officially ending. 2K Sports has officially announced that they will no longer be making MLB 2K baseball games, and here is their representative. He has said they have decided not to renew our MLB 2K series for 2014. We are very proud of the achievements made by the MLB 2K team and look forward to their contributions to our future titles, including NBA 2K, our industry's #1 rating and #1 selling basketball franchise. I think this probably has to do with the fact that MLB 2K13 just didn't do so well. People were saying it was a copy-paste of the last game. I don't know. The basketball games are good, so why not just do that? Just do what they're doing with the basketball games for the baseball game. I don't know. PlayStation Now is a thing coming out from Sony. This is what they said about it at CES 2014. In addition to PlayStation platforms, most 2014 US models of Sony's Bravia TV2 lineup will support PlayStation Now. Eventually, the service will expand beyond PlayStation platforms and Sony devices, allowing users to stream PlayStation games on numerous other internet-connected devices. So basically, you'll be able to stream PlayStation games, not just on PlayStation 4 and Vita and things like that, but also on certain Sony televisions. You will need a DualShock to do this, but you need the DualShock to play it. I mean, that's what makes it PlayStation. Okay, China. There's something going on in China recently. For the longest time, they have had a ban on foreign game consoles. For the longest time, they were able to sell gaming consoles in China, you know, Japanese, American, whatever, and then China banned them, saying that it was having an adverse effect on their youth. China's very strange. They have lifted the ban on foreign consoles. Now, this is temporary, but apparently the industry has seen a huge surge because of this. Something like $13.75 billion in just a couple of days. So this is going to be, you know, kind of a big deal. So we'll see what happens there. Okay, let's see. Okay, Fallout 3 and many other games. Fallout 3 is kind of the big one, but many other games. Fallout 3 is removing Games for Windows Live support and DRM on the Steam version. This is on the heels of games such as BioShock 2, Batman Arkham City, Warhammer 40K, Dawn of War 2, you know, apparently this is just, you know, Games for Windows Live is collapsing, DRM as a whole is collapsing, they're just going with straight Steam. Right now, so far Dark Souls and Grand Theft Auto 4 are really the only big games that use that functionality still, but it looks like everybody's switching over to Steam. Okay, here's some indie game news. Double Dragon Neon, the big hit on Xbox 360, will be coming to Steam. And Slender, a terrible game, but it was a big hit on PC, that will be coming to Xbox Live Arcade. I will not be getting that. Okay, you guys remember the Hitman movie with Timothy Olyphant? It wasn't that good. They are making another Hitman movie called Agent 47. The problem was they were going to use Paul Walker as Agent 47. Paul Walker passed away a while ago. But we know who is going to replace him. Rupert Friend will play Agent 47 in the new movie. That's the guy from Homeland, in case you were wondering. You might want to Google him, because I had to. I have the results here of the Silicon Knights lawsuit, another lawsuit. There was Silicon Knights lost their appeal on the ruling with Epic Games. If you're not familiar with this, it had to do with the Unreal Engine. So basically, the order was that they had to destroy unsold copies of their games that used the Unreal Engine 3, which was like 2 Human, X-Men Destiny, and Epic Games won this big lawsuit. It was like $9 million, and like like half of that was for damages and the rest of it was for legal fees, which this went on for a long time. Silicon Knights appealed. They have lost the appeal. The decision stands. Okay, finally, I can't believe I'm saying this, but apparently the Xbox 360's Pizza Hut app is a huge success, made $1 million in the first 4 months. What the hell is wrong with you people? I just hate that. That's a lot of money. People ordering pizza on their Xbox. This is insane. All right. Anyway, let's get to the. I'm looking to end the show here because we're going a little long here. But let's get to the game charts, the sales charts. Okay. So here we have. This is for the week ending in January 4th. The top 10 best-selling games in America. The big seller was Call of Duty Ghosts for Xbox 360, sold 116,360 units. Grand Theft Auto 5 for Xbox 360 sold 107,602 units. Grand Theft Auto 5 for PlayStation 3, 74,665 units. Call of Duty Ghosts for PlayStation 3, 71,892 units. NBA 2K14 for Xbox 360, 54,204 units. Just Dance 2014 for the Wii, 49,974 units. Minecraft for Xbox 360, 45,242 units. Pokemon X and Y versions for 3DS, 45,180 units. Battlefield 4 for Xbox 360, 42,604 units. And Call of Duty Ghosts for Xbox One, 34,328 units. In Europe, the top seller was Gran Turismo 6 on PlayStation 3, 71,643 units. FIFA 14 for the PlayStation 4, 60,965 units. Grand Theft Auto 5 for PlayStation 3, 60,627 units. FIFA 14 for PlayStation 3, 56,668 units. Call of Duty Ghosts for PlayStation 3, 56,425 units. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag for PlayStation 3, 47,494 units. Grand Theft Auto 5 for Xbox 360, 45,074 units. Call of Duty Ghosts for Xbox 360, 44,549 units. Pokemon X and Y versions for 3DS, 44,063 units. And Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag on the Xbox 360, 43,078 units. In Japan, the big seller was Puzzle and Dragon Z on the 3DS with 156,176 units sold. Pocket Monsters X and Y, that's Pokemon, on the 3DS, 123,608 units. The Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds, I believe it's called Triforce of the Gods 2 there, that's on the 3DS, it sold 71,438 units. Wii Party U on the Wii U, 60,370 units. Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U, 51,649 units. Monster Hunter 4 on the 3DS, 49,409 units. New Super Mario Bros. U on the Wii U, 48,863 units. Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster for PlayStation 3, 43,149 units. The same game on PlayStation Vita, 39,757 units. And Sentochu Densetsu no Shinobi 2 Survival Battle on the 3DS, that sold 34,565 units. So globally, Pokemon was the big winner, but it was really Grand Theft Auto 5 because that was spread over multiple consoles. Also, Call of Duty Ghosts was a big winner. Zelda was in there, Gran Turismo 6. So, let's go to consoles. In North America, the highest selling console, and this is a shock, this really is, highest selling console in North America for that week was the Xbox One. They got hosed previously, but apparently they had a bit of a surge, 116,744 of those sold. Number 2 was the PlayStation 4, very close behind with 98,590 units sold. Number 3, the 3DS, 86,555 units sold. Number 4 would be PlayStation 3 with number 4 would be Xbox 360, 70,149 units sold. Number 5 would be PlayStation 3, 52,166 of those sold. Number 6 would be the Wii U with 27,700 of those sold. Number 7 would be the Wii, 12,008 sold. Number 8 would be the PlayStation Vita, 11,613 sold. And the PSP, rounding out with 2,687 units sold. No DS on this week. I think we're officially past that point. In Europe, the top-selling console was PlayStation 4. 119,852 of those sold. At number 2, the 3DS, 116,940 sold. I think everybody was using their Christmas money. That's why we're seeing such higher sales for the new consoles for this week. At number 3, PlayStation 3, 90,253 units sold. Next up would be Xbox One, 45,028 of those sold. PlayStation Portable, 41,422 sold. Xbox 360, 37,177 sold. Vita, 29,844 sold. The Wii, 25,113 sold. The Wii U, 21,758 sold. And I think that's it. Yeah, okay. Japan. Now, I don't have Japanese sales for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, so we're going to have to wait on that for a little while. But the number one selling console in Japan was the 3DS, 184,135 sold. The Vita, 80,736 units sold. PlayStation 3, 40,673 sold. Wii U, 55,723 sold. PlayStation Portable, 12,886 sold. They sold a lot of Vitas in Japan. I'm just realizing 80,000. That's a lot. Okay, so PlayStation Portable, I just said that. Wii, 1,479, and the Xbox 360, 782. So globally, the number one on top, yet again, 3DS, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, then Xbox One, Vita, Xbox 360, Wii U, PlayStation Portable. The Wii is last. So there you go. No DS this week. So that'll be the show. Leave me your questions and comments. I think I already have a guest, but, let me know. There's a lot of people lining up to be guests this week. So that's really cool. Well, this season is what I should have said. So, VMX out.